of the pictures and just talk through my process and my thought process as well as the techniques for those pieces. So this is my most recent print, and it's also for some of you who may or may not, but if you know my printmaking, it's slightly different to a lot of the stuff that's preceded it. But there was over the last couple of years 4 pieces that I've done, which are big train station images that was the same technique, and I've never brought them here because they don't work here. It's the wrong setting for them. So, but to me, this is a logical step, and it's not quite so different to me as the previous work. But what this is, what I'm always excited about is the process. This is I'm told that I mustn't talk about the process too much because it's kind of dull to everyone else. But to me, it is the most exciting thing. The way I make the print. They're all handmade, original prints. So with this, what I start with, I have a big sheet of a polycarbonate sheet, piece of plastic really, and I can take a nail, like scratch into it. Okay, so you can make some marks with that, or you can take I have this Dremel, the drill, where I'm sort of drilling into it, and you can then you can, if you want, you can then push ink into those marks and wipe the surface clean in the same way that you would with a traditional etching, and then send that through your etching press. Okay, so you've got this intaglio process, which is normally what you would do with something like that. This, however, is a relief print. It's all of the ink is rolled over the surface. So I have my plate, and I'm carving away and scratching away, and I'll then print it, see what it looks like, and go and repeat this process maybe 20 times before I get the final one. Of course, if you're carving away, there is no room for mistakes. I mean, I dare say there's things I've done there which, but you have to work with the mistake. You have to incorporate it within the image. So my thought process with this was, until 3 years ago I lived in London and we moved to St Ives with my family. It's taken a while for that to then feed through. This is our local beach. This is the beach that, if you know St Ives, if you know the Tate in St Ives, it's the beach that the Tate looks over. It's the Porthmeor beach on a winter's storm. Okay, so I was down there and I took a lot of photographs this winter, and then just printed them out just on just cheap photocopy paper and pinned them all over my studio and just let them sit there for a few weeks. I knew where I was going with it, but it's quite important to then select something that absolutely works with the process. So, and then when I hit on the image that I liked, so I was working from one of these photographs, I then manipulated it slightly and pixelated it, simplified it, and the idea being is I'm sort of abstracting it. So for me, with this piece, I know when you get back, if you've got a long way back from this, it becomes very representational and quite photographic. But for me, I see it as an abstract piece, okay? Because it's about getting lost in the marks and the simplicity and all of that sort of stuff. So you sort of get it on 2 levels. And so the pixelating of the image to start with helps me do that. It helps me abstract it and simplify it. And then from then, obviously, so you've got a sense of that's going on, but I'm also carving and doing these other, squiggly, watery lines, whatever you call them, to then create something that isn't just something that you manipulate on the computer. It is very much hand done. It's very much the drawing process, but it's using all these different tools that I have available to me. This paper has been tea stained, and I do that for 2 reasons. One, because it looks better, and so it's all about the visual, but also it gives this, when you get right back, so you've got this sense of it being very photographic, it gives it that sort of sepia old photograph thing. So you've got this picture, in my mind, this is how I see it here, you've got this picture that is contemporary, but references the past, and so that's that piece. I suppose I should talk about a painting.